Good morning. Let's meditate. There were two people yesterday. I got a comment for my videos. Well, maybe the same video. One was asking me my advice to how to be successful in life or something of that nature. That the other person said, he seemed to be much older. He said something like, at the old age, he seemed to be concerned about how to spend the rest of his life with some fear to face death. One thing I can think is that I responded for each of them for their comment, but I come from this basis of, or you can call it the foundation of samadhi, to find ways to express my sense, ideas, and then just to share. So instead of what I said, I'm hoping that they may go through the same idea of receiving the information and have a calm and quiet mind to not jump into conclusion but just read what I said or YouTube video I produced to answer the question. Most recent video that I produced in the middle of the night. Again, receive with a calm and quiet mind. Just the new information. And to see how those people may find the meaning of that against what they believe in their life, what's going on, and all the habitual pattern and understanding of how they live. So new information against what you've got. So that's an interactive process for everyone to go through, so that communication is not in the words and logic, but go deeper on my end to search for my side of the answer, and on the other side who may watch the video or the comment with the same calm and quiet mind, not jumping into conclusion. Everybody's different, so my view may be not fit to the receiver's view, but there may be something if you hold on to it, sleep on it, so to speak, not making quick judgment, and then move on. Maybe receiver of my comment or this video that I responded may trigger one or two ideas. Probably that's good enough. To hang on to it for a while. So I use the word synthesizing. The creativity is the combination of different elements in a new, unique fashion. That's what the late Mr. Nakayama used to say. There may be an analogy that you can find that is to do exactly that when you're not doing anything. That's samadhi. No ego, no self, no mind. When you are doing a monotonous job, in the toilet, on the bed, when you're traveling, whatever the situation. So synthesis is wisdom, but it may be a shallow synthesis or deeper, more profound, like awakening, aha moment. You may find it or you may not, and you think you got the answer, so that's good enough, or you may go deeper and keep digging in to know more about yourself and the habitual patterns, and therefore finding a path every step of the way to live, instead of habitual patterns to take over. You may like that because it's easy, but it may be good to have a check and balance, especially when you have some question. So as we meet to meditate, what I just shared is that something like a confirmation of the process on my end. What happened yesterday, how I responded, and how I felt. So I had the communication with few people. Every day I have exchanging ideas in the comment. And that helps me as if I look at myself in the mirror, for them to look at themselves from their mirror with this interaction, exchange of ideas. I may jump off because I just thought one haiku by Basho. One famous one most Japanese would know is this one. Old pond. The sound of frog jumping in. So let's see why I thought about it. I'm just digging myself in my mind deeper. Before the frog jumping in, Basho was wandering around this area where there's old pond, maybe contemplating something, absorbed in that. All of a sudden, the sound of something, and he realized that's frog. It must be frog. That awakened him from that state. As if, that's right, there is this universe. The frog is jumping into a pond. And that sound penetrated through his body and mind as if shaking or resonating, leaving some kind of a impact. Not so much in the mind, because it's just the sound of frog jumping into the pond. But he knew that must be frog, and he felt something inside of him. Ah, that's right. I'm here. Frog is there. There's something in here, resonating or communicating or sharing life. Or that's my interpretation, of just popping up in my mind. And after a few seconds or so, the silence returns. So he was sensitive enough to hear the sound and go through that experience of connecting to the root, so to speak, in my turn. So how those many Japanese people took that haiku, I don't know. But I explained how I took it. You may take it differently. But Basho, a Zen monk, was a sort of a mediator or a commentator about his realization of his life, his being, and the sense of awakening or mini awakening in silence. It may not mean anything, or it may have meant so much to many in Japanese, so they remember. Most may remember that. Being with nature, we are one. At the moment there was no self, no ego, no thinking, just some sort of inspiration, refreshment perhaps. More we have those moments, maybe coming from different angle, different setting, we may know more about ourselves. Maybe it's like a bullshit, no meaning. That might be the answer. Don't relate to that. That's so hysteric. That may be another answer. But the whole pond is there, and the world and universe move on. And we are one with that. When I say, is it only in concept or is it in direct experience? When we meditate with samadhi, our mind may be freshened up, meaning like a new born baby looking around the world. What's going on? Beginner's mind. If that's the foundation, that state, we can see how, as if the root of tree is confirmed, and then how the tree is growing as a way of living with different branches. Then you may even find that the energy is like a fountain of water coming up from that root, and rejuvenating branches. And to find the path moving forward. I can hear the cicada. I was posting about the wind chime. So whether the frog jumping in or cicada or wind chime, they may be sending us a message. And when our mind is open, no thinking, we may relate to that. You can call that as equality. And that's one of the 4 types of wisdom. We came from the same root. Thank you for visiting. Thank you for spending time together. Have a good day.